Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the movies that haunt our dreams. So if you've just watched Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein on Netflix, then that ending might have hit you hard. Because Victor Frankenstein dies in a moment of redemption, the creature walks off into the frozen horizon, and we're left pondering if immortality is a gift or the ultimate curse. So today, we're breaking it all down, like what really happens, why it ties back to Mary Shelley's themes, and how Del Toro flips the script on creation and forgiveness. So if you're new here, then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more movie breakdowns. So let's set the stage for the ending with recap, like the chaos that leads there without spoiling too much up front. Actually, the film opens in 1857 aboard the Danish ship Horisont, and trapped in Arctic ice, we see a wounded Victor Frankenstein is being rescued, but actually he's being hunted by his own creation, the creature. And as the film progresses, we see Victor, scarred by his mother's death in childbirth and an abusive father, becomes obsessed with conquering death, turning to alchemy and science. But expelled from medical school for his reanimation experiments, he gets funding from arms dealer Henrik Harlanda, who secretly wants Victor's tech to escape his syphilis-riddled body. And in his isolated tower lab, Victor assembles a body from criminals and war victims, zapping it to life with electricity during a storm. So as the creature awakens, Victor chains it up, treats it like a monster, and mirrors his father's cruelty, sparking resentment. Then Elizabeth, Harlanda's niece and engaged to Victor's brother William, shows the creature kindness, but jealousy and fear lead Victor to burn the lab down, thinking he's ended his mistake. But the creature survives, hides in the woods, learns from a blind man and his granddaughter, and after reading poetry and the Bible, he grasps concepts like Adam and Eve, but realizes it's eternal loneliness for him. And enraged after finding Victor's notes on its patchwork origins, the creature demands a companion at William and Elizabeth's wedding. But as Victor refuses his demand, chaos ensues. It attacks Victor, who shoots wildly, killing Elizabeth and wounding William. So the creature, immortal and grieving, carries Elizabeth to a cave where she dies in its arms, confessing she never fit this world. And vowing revenge, it disfigures Victor and chases him to the Arctic, where dynamite fails to kill it. So now, on the ship, both share their sides of the story with Captain Anderson, Victor's tale of hubris, and the creatures of isolation. And as the Horisont crew panics with the creature boarding, Victor raps his confession, expecting death. But instead of vengeance, the creature recounts its pain, surviving the lab fire, the blind man's teachings on humanity and literature, and many more. Like it fought wolves to save the dying blind man, only to be chased off by hunters, which is a brutal lesson in rejection. Then learning its immortal nature dooms it to eternal solitude, no death to escape the world's cruelty. But the turning point hits when Victor, facing his end, repents fully. He calls the creature his son, acknowledging his failures as a creator and father, and unprepared for the parenting that comes with playing God. So it's not a monster anymore, it's family. Then the creature, showing profound humanity, forgives him, mourning as Victor dies peacefully, whispering Victor in a tender reversal of roles. And this isn't rage-fueled destruction like in the 1931 film, because Del Toro makes it heartbreaking reconciliation. And so at the end, Captain Anderson, witnessing this, lets the creature go. And in a final act of grace, the creature uses its superhuman strength to free the ship from the ice, allowing the crew to sail home toward the sunset. And alone now, it steps into the vast, snowy expanse, hood down, tears streaming as sunlight warms its face. Actually, it's a gesture of raw emotion, embracing the unknown future. So Del Toro reveals immortality not as triumph, but a curse dooming the creature to endless isolation without death's mercy. And Victor's quest to defy mortality, sparked by his mother's loss, creates life, but curses it with perpetual outsider status, hunted for its appearance despite having a human heart. And unlike Shelley's novel, where the creature seeks suicide on a funeral pyre after Victor's death, Del Toro's version ends hopefully. Like Victor urges it to live, and it chooses life, free from the chase. And this flips the Prometheus myth, which state Victor as the flawed god and the creature as the enduring spirit. Because fatherhood and generational trauma amplify the curse, like Victor repeats his dad's abuse on his son, but the ending breaks the cycle through forgiveness. Then Elizabeth's death underscores lost innocence, and the creature's immortality means no reunion in death, just eternal grief. And visually, the flaming angel haunting Victor's dreams unmasks to a skeleton, symbolizing his doomed hubris. So Shelley's 1818 novel ends bleakly. Like after Victor dies, the creature vows self-immolation, content with abhorrence as its legacy. But Del Toro diverges for poignancy, like no pyre, but a tearful step toward potential peace and emphasizing humanity over horror. Then in the 1931 Boris Karloff classic, where the creature burns in a mill, this focuses on emotional depth, not spectacle. Actually, it's Del Toro's love letter to monster movies, humanizing the outsider like in his Pinocchio. So Frankenstein 2025's ending masterfully reveals immortality's curse as eternal loneliness, redeemed by forgiveness, a Del Toro gut punch on what makes us human. So, what did you think of the creature's arc? Drop your thoughts in the comments.